Hey, Logan here with Presently Impermanent. In this video, I'm going to be talking about spirituality versus reality. And this has been a long time coming. For those of you who used to follow me on my other channel, this is a new channel. Welcome to the club. This channel is being created based off of the past 6 years of my life, going from being a nurse to getting sick to moving abroad to South America, originally Colombia, and recreating and changing my identity as a person. And a lot of that took me learning about a bunch of different things. The big topics that I've learned about that I'm going to be talking about on this channel are related to psychology and spirituality. But one of the big things I'm seeing is when people start becoming spiritual, there's a lot of things that can actually get them trapped. And then we also have the other edge of the spectrum, which is Alex Hormozy, David Goggins, grind culture. And what I'm finding more and more in my life and on my entrepreneurial journey is both of them actually are really important. Like Alex Hormozy is as successful as he is today. David Goggins is as successful as he is today because they tapped into a frequency of putting their head down and getting work done. And that is one way to be able to manifest or create the reality that you want by just doing the work and do the work enough, and eventually the universe will reward you, because the universe rewards that which gives value, and that's valuable to people. There is definitely a message that people need to understand about just actually starting and consistently showing up for yourself, and that will bring success. Now, the other side of the spectrum is the manifestation world, and that consists of the likes of like Abraham Hicks, Fred Dodson. There's a bunch of other stuff out there. I'm sure there's plenty of new YouTubers and TikTokers that talk about these topics. And manifestation very much is based in reality. If you can think about and visualize something long enough, you can actually create that reality. Look at what Conor McGregor did with his fights. If you watch some of his old videos, he visualized knocking people out in a specific round, and he would tell people, I'm going to knock this guy out with a right hook on this round, because he visualized it so much. And so that is a form of manifestation. Now, where things can get really hairy is when you fall too much into one camp. If you are talking about diets, right? Like carnivore diet versus vegan diet, those are camps. And it's the same thing with spirituality or being a really successful entrepreneur. There's the I'm going to grind. I have the grind set camp, and I'm going to do that to get what I want. And then you have the I'm going to meditate and sit around until my reality becomes what I want. And I actually think, in terms of external manifestation, like manifesting money, getting a car, getting women, whatever it is, the grind set reality actually works best. But little baby crying over there. But the manifestation reality also can work, and it can be very effective, and it can be less painful, but you can't meditate your way into um, a mansion, right? And a lot of people who fall into the spiritual communities, they actually start spiritually gaslighting themselves into saying, oh no, because I'm spiritual, I don't actually want those things. And what I'm finding is a lot of my friends work in different professions. Most of my friends work in coaching, some form of coaching, consulting, and either body work or psychology. And the interesting thing with some of the friends I have is they're either starting their businesses or they've been in business for a long time, but it's hard for them to manifest or create the reality that they want. One, because they're not clear on it. And two, a lot of these people believe in manifestation, but they're not actually taking action. So if you're just sitting around manifesting every day, meditating for 5 hours on what you want, you can potentially bring that into existence. If you think about it and visualize it enough, it could become a reality. But how long are you wasting time doing that? Are you spending an extra year um, manifesting when you could have been doing a little bit of that work and also a little bit of the grind set? Bring it into the middle where you are actually living more authentically and like more nuanced, where you're working, you're getting your work done, but you are also spiritually in tune with yourself, with your intuition, with your body, with what you want in life. Those two things together, like for example, if Conor McGregor only sat in his room and did manifestation practices, he wouldn't be where he is. He also got to the gym and he put in the fucking work. So I have seen in my life, first and foremost, both ends of the spectrum. I've done the grind set stuff and I burnt myself out many times. And I spent 3.5 years actually not being happy, trying to make things work to make money so that I could get this perceived success that I've always wanted and that I've told myself I've wanted. But it's an absolute illusion. The true reality that I want to live in is one where every single moment I am living in joy. That's why this channel is called Presently Impermanent, because what I learned doing Vipassana, 10-day meditation retreat, we meditated for 100 hours in 10 days, is essentially everything in this lifetime is impermanent. That means that nothing will remain. This beautiful statue behind me, that one day will get torn down or broken down, or maybe a comet hits us and the whole entire earth is destroyed. The only real law of nature that exists is that nothing here that exists now will be here in the future. And it's a very bitter pill to swallow. But the reason this is called presently impermanent is because living in the present and understanding that impermanence actually allows you to get what you want in this lifetime. And it's not by grinding until you put yourself in the hospital. And it's also not by sitting in a cave just meditating all day to get what you want. It's the combination of the two. And to truly embody being presently impermanent is to understand these two concepts. So in future videos, I'm going to be breaking down a lot of stuff related to spirituality and psychology, blending the two together to actually make sense and bring it in a more grounded way to reality, because spirituality is very effective, working hard is very effective, but if you don't have the two intertwined and nuanced and really grounded into reality, then both of them are not going to lead you to the lifestyle that you want. So if you guys are looking for help, guidance, I am primarily working right now mostly with entrepreneurs, or people who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs. And a lot of the work I do is related to mindset. What I found through my own journey of sickness and healing is that everything comes from the mind. I had eczema, and as I dug deeper and deeper into the causes, sure, there were issues with my gut. Sure, there were other things going on. Sure, there were chemicals and toxins I had to remove from my environment. But at the end of the day, a lot of the behavior patterns and habits that I was exhibiting were all related to my mindset about who I was and my perspective of myself. And so, if we want to create the reality that we dream of, we have to start living in congruence with that reality now. And a lot of the people I work with are having issues related to really finding joy in their life and falling into the mindset of just grinding to the point where they got to work 6 days a week, 50 hours a week, just to try and make it right. And they're sacrificing their early or late 20s, early 30s, some of them their 40s, to try and work more so that one day they'll be happy. And it's complete bullshit. And ultimately, all we can do is show up right now in the present moment. Obviously, showing up how we want to be in the future is what will give us that future reality. But we have to do it now. And a lot of doing it now requires us changing our perspective of ourselves. So that's the work I do. That is my focus. It's taken me a lot of different business models and a very long journey of working in a bunch of different industries to figure out my true life's calling. And I think there's a quicker way for people to be able to figure that out. And I also think there's a quicker way for people to fall back into the alignment that they truly deserve with their life and their future. So if you're interested in working with me, I will have links below for coaching. Right now I have 30-minute and 60-minute coaching calls. I also do personality reports. With all of the clients I work with, we do personality reports, and this helps us understand really where you're at and where your limiting factors are, also where your unique strengths are that only you can bring into the world. And these tests have been really helpful in helping my clients be able to navigate and circumvent the issues in the areas they've been running into. So welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.